empty promises of £350 million per week to spend on the NHS somehow became an actual loss to the UK economy of more than £50 million per day, while many of its advocates have moved to live and work inside the European Union. That's Nothing to See Here, tomorrow evening at 7:45. But now, on Radio 4, we cross live to the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in the Scottish town of Peebles for the traditional Amerrycana Christmas broadcast from the Downright Homespun radio company. While over on Longwave, it's the Archers, and Eddie Grundy is building a wicker man as he waits for the local Reform Party candidate to call in.
Can't you see it's gonna be a merry, merry Christmas? A merry, merry Christmas for all good girls and boys. Can't you see the Christmas tree inside is shining brightly and Santa Claus so sprightly comes in with all his toys? You will tingle when Kris Kringle plays his jingle bells. It's brighter than the music of a million carousels. Can't you see it's gonna be a merry, merry Christmas? A merry, 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 merry Christmas for you.
A warm welcome, one and all, to the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in the Scottish town of Peebles. It's December. The lights are on the tree, the puddings are in the oven, and the mulled wine is heating on the stove. It's time once again for the one and only Amerrycana Christmas.
Since 1896, the Downright Homespun radio company has broadcast its traditional Amerrycana Christmas show, heralding the start of the Christmas season here in the Scottish borders.
On stage is the award-winning DHRC house band, including several faces unchanged since the very earliest broadcast back in 1896. Ready to bring their 2025 selection of musical Christmas hits into the radio sets of our millions of listeners around the world.
While on the microphones, our royal company of radio actors is ready to bring you all the local news and razor-sharp comedy from the small town of Peebles, where everything happens, and funnily enough, everything stays the same.
Whether you're on a beach in Sydney, up a mountain in Tibet, down a mine in central Kurdistan, or sitting at home in Orkney with a mug of Horlicks and your old valve radio, you're welcome to the 2025 Amerrycana Christmas.
But we're not alone here in Peebles, of course. An enthusiastic audience of lucky ticket holders has joined us here in the resplendent auditorium of the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre. Ready to applaud loudly? Cheers on! And drink the place dry over the course of the next hour and a half.
Nothing changes, does it, Steve? Well, coming up here on the 2025 Amerrycana Christmas show, Dr. Clement Gunn is handling another tricky medical case. Council workers Bert and Stan are resurfacing the roads, and our roving reporter Chick Fowl needs the toilet again.
Before all that, please welcome on stage our resident DHRC house band, recently flown in from their latest world tour. Here they are to confirm that it's looking a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 or 10, listening once again. The candy canes and silver lanes are gone. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas
of hopple and bush and the best of the juices of which a Bonnie and Claire.
Dawson will talk, we'll go for a walk, it's a hope for Johnson Jane.
And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make it ring is the carol that you sing like we did. Your heart.
Angus, over here, man. I've saved you some. Quick, sit down before somebody else grabs it.
It's awfully busy in here today.
Ah, well, it's Mrs. Tweedy's Healthy Eating Week. It's turning out to be very popular.
What's that when it's at home?
Oh, how you know, cutting down on the fat and the sugar, cutting down on the food miles, sustainable food and all that. That's just a passing phase. I suspect that things will be back to normal next week.
I see. Well, I'll just order my usual bacon and black pudding roll with builders and 3 sugars.
Not today, Angus. You'll have more luck ordering a scrambled tofu and roasted vegetable wrap with a pot of green tea.
Green tea? Has it gone off like?
No, it's meant to be green. I tell you, Angus, it's the niche markets these days. Green tea, fancy tea, the more obscure the better. And you know the prices have doubled overnight. Still, it seems to bring in the punters for Mrs. Tweedy, even if they are an odd lot.
Well, I hate to say it, but this all rings a bell with me. The last time I was at Hay Lodge, the doctor told me that I was overweight and needed to cut down on the fat and the sugar. It's a shame, because I do love a nice greasy roll first thing in the morning.
Bread roll.
Aye, bread roll. What do you think? Too old for the other sort.
Oh, I know. I mean, the whole idea is not so daft. I mean, the wife's had me on a diet for the last month or so since we discovered my blood pressure was sky high. We're on bananas and unsalted nuts in the morning and wholemeal everything for dinner. No more Frosties for breakfast, no more crisps in my piece at lunchtime, no more hot dogs as a wee snack. But I still get my bacon roll down here most Wednesdays and Fridays. And I can't pass the old keystone without buying a Mars bar.
Naughty. I suppose it all makes sense, you know. But what about a nice, hot, precise Scotch pie with greens driven down your air? Take the next with me.
Forget it. Get you. Healthy living, that's the way forward.
Cakes?
Get them from Fat Batard. They'll be healthy from their sourdough, you know. All this stuff's healthy, I think. Even the whipped cream's healthy.
Really? Healthy whipped cream? So you're in a healthy dish just now. And what did you order?
I mean, I was here before 10 o'clock, so I was able to order a haggis and egg roll before the healthy menu cut in. Don't tell the wife later.
I see you are. I should have got here earlier. Let me see. What can I have? Oh, this sounds good. An avocado and light cod, locally smoked salmon for a tweed, on a gluten-free bangle, and a pot of mixed tea leaves from the Manor in Meldon Hills.
Oh, that sounds really healthy. How much will that be?
Oh, I said, £23.50.
£23.50?
Phew, it's expensive being healthy, isn't it? What about you?
£3.25.
Just £3.25. That's a big difference. Are you signed up to this, Gordon? I'm not so sure. The prices are awfully high. And you're not even having a healthy meal anyway.
Just you wait, Angus. You see me next week. I'll be on the vegan rolls and diet everything. This is just one last bash.
Okay, well, I'm away to the counter to order mine now. I can see yours is...
Right, great.
I think I'll give it a week at home and see how it goes, because I really ought to be cutting down on the fat and the sugar. You know, this could be the big push I need. I've been thinking I need to do something for a while now, and this could be it.
And I've got to watch the blood pressure.
I'll pick up a low-fat cookbook for one of the charity shops on the way home.
It'll do us good, Angus. Let's show each other we can do this.
Robert Carr and Steve Lee. As Angus and Gordon in the Tweedy Tea Room down there off the High Street and overlooking Tweed Green. When life needs more than a box of chocolates and a mug of froth, head over to the Tweedy Tea Room where there's sturdy chairs and easy white formica tables remind you of what's important. A solid china mug of builder's tea that strips your teeth and coats your throat with protective tannins, coupled with one of our Scottish rock cakes that maintain their structural integrity right through your system and out the other end. Our coffee from the local I-Bean Coffee Company is brewed fresh every Tuesday and Friday, and our tables are wiped down with bleach at the end of every week without fail. The Tweedy Tea Room for reassuringly surly Scottish service that leaves you in no doubt where you stand. Please note that toilets are for paying customers only. If you require toilet paper, please ask at the counter. But ask yourself first whether it could wait until you get home. Public toilets are available just a short bus ride away in the outskirts. That's the Tweedy Tea Room down there off the High Street and overlooking Tweed Green. Ask any local and they'll tell you where to go.
We'll be back to see how Angus and Gordon got on with their healthy eating later on in the show.
Now, the Downright Homespun Radio Company has been out and about on Peebles High Street during this busy Christmas shopping season. With one of the best high streets in Britain, Peebles attracts more than its fair share of celebrity shoppers, looking for that perfect present to put under the tree. Who's this, for example? Coming out of Scott's stores. Why, it's Keir Starmer, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. I'm just in time for a quick visit to get some tax advice from Angela Rayner's accountant, and also to visit Rachel Reeves' letting agent. Yes. Whilst I'm here, I love to visit Scott's stores. It's all so familiar to me, you see. I mean, did I tell you my father was a toolmaker? He worked in a factory. Now, you see that there? That's a sledgehammer. And that one over there, that's an axe. Yeah, and I'm pretty good at adjustable spanners as well. Right, I better get along because I heard there's a new nail bar opened on the North Gate and I want to get 6-inch galvanised. I know my tools all right. Cheerio.
Keir Starmer, ladies and gentlemen. Getting in a quick visit to Scott's Hardware there in the centre of Peebles High Street since 1329. Let's get our house band on stage now because it looks like the weather's changing just in time for the Christmas season. Here they are with Let It Snow.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful and the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Show signs are stopping, ain't a crop some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Oh, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, oh, how I hate to go out in the snow. If you leave me, hold me tight. On the way home, I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we'll still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. long as you love me so. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Let It Snow from Henry White and the DHRC award-winning house band on stage here at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in downtown Peebles.
This next portion of our show is brought to you by Scott's Garden Centre, right there in the centre of the High Street in Peebles. Trading since the 15th century, Scott's is your one-stop shop for all those things you just can't get anywhere else. For light bulbs, plant bulbs, screws, brooms, paint, fencing supplies, kitchenware, and just about anything else you can think of. Head down to Scott's Hardware, and just to the side, you'll find the longest, thinnest garden centre in the Western world. Supplying everything you need to keep your garden looking shipshape in every season.
And Scott's Garden Centre is sure to be a destination for this next group of individuals, meeting in a secret location somewhere down by the Drill Hall one Tuesday afternoon. The Mona Lisa, you say?
That's right, sir, the Mona Lisa. The whole thing's done in flowers.
It's an impressive plan, Captain Shrub.
Thank you, sir.
And you want to plant this out on the side of Venlaw Hill?
Yes, sir. No one's claimed that territory so far. We've been monitoring with night vision equipment.
This could establish our supremacy over the other gardening groups. And it's time we finish with our impressionist phase. What do you think, Sergeant?
Da Vinci is timeless and a bold choice.
It's all about bold choices in this war, Sergeant Daisy.
Indeed, sir. Ours was the first brutalist flower garden at Edinburgh Road. Even the Peebleshire News called it bold.
We had to respond after those imposters at Floral People's Army. They Van Gogh sunflowers on Tweed Green in, well, sunflowers.
No, it started before that, Shrub. Don't you remember the Rotary Club using chrysanthemums and gladioli in Haylodge Park to create Edward Munch's The Scream?
Indeed, sir, it was horrifying.
It was a mercy that someone accidentally released some sheep into the park the following week.
It was, Sergeant, wasn't it? I can't imagine you would have done that.
Nor me, sir.
There's something else, sir.
Yes, what is it, Shrub?
There's a man waiting to see you, sir. He's carrying a trowel and has dirty knees.
Not another spy. Don't these rival groups ever rest?
I don't think he's a spy, sir. I think he could be genuine.
A volunteer? I thought we'd seen the last of the volunteers. After the gloves came off over the belting plantings.
Certainly things went dark for a while, sir, but the odd volunteer does still turn up.
Very well, show him in, Shrub. But everybody keep their wits about them. We don't want him catching wind of this Mona Lisa plan.
Very good, sir.
Right this way.
Oh, thank you.
Now, what can we do for you?
Is this the meeting of the Keep Peebles Body Group?
What it is? Who put you up to this?
A friend mentioned...
Friend? What friend?
My neighbour, she helps with planting out the flower beds. I thought I could volunteer.
What's your name?
David Cutting.
And who told you about the Mona Lisa?
Mona Lisa, I didn't.
Don't lie to us, Cutting.
No, I just want to help with some gardening.
This isn't just gardening. We're in a war here in Peebles, and you've got to choose a side.
Flower beds don't plant themselves. And nor does the council these days.
If you join us, you commit to the uniform for the long term.
He already knows too much, sir.
I'm ready to help.
Do you know anything about fine art?
Well, I once cut my hawthorn hedge into the shape of an enormous...
An enormous what?
An enormous, Here's a photo.
Oh my.
Oh, that certainly makes a statement.
Shrub, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm pretty sure I'm thinking that too, sir.
The trees on Tweed Green.
They need pollarding this year. What if we cut them like this?
No one would forget our name after that.
Cutting, when can you start?
Right away.
I'll get you a uniform.
I'll get the chainsaw.
Yes, if you're interested in revolutionary gardening and you hate dahlias, consider joining the Keep Peebles Bonnie group, the original and best gardening militia group on this side of a tour. Meetings on Tuesday night at the drill hall. Bring your own spade.
Shady goings on there in the competitive world of garden maintenance. Now, our show wouldn't be complete without a report from our investigative reporter, Chick Fowl. Originally from Kansas in the United States, Chick's been in Peebles for so many years you'd have thought he'd lost his accent by now. Sadly, he's just as incomprehensible as ever. We can go over live to Chick now and find out what he's up to. Chick Fowl, are you there?
Well, hi, Robert.
Where are you?
Well, today I'm checking out the public toilets of Peebles.
Toilets? Well, that's a big issue in Peebles, Chick.
I know it. But it's something that needs to be out there in the open, Robert, so to speak. Yeah. I mean, like number one, where are they? And number two, are they clean and fit for purpose?
Purpose?
Yeah, purpose.
Perspicacious of you.
Yes. It's a new species of dolphin. Anyways,
in the toilet.
If you're a visitor to the town, and tourism is an important part of the Peebles economy, Robert.
Yeah, they come for the dolphins.
Can you actually find them? Yes.
The dolphins?
Yeah, the dolphins. All the porpoises, yes. I'm doing this on purpose. Right.
Until Thursday.
It might be something people don't like to talk about.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. So where can you go? I'm going to check out the public conveniences around the town and then report back.
Well, good luck with that, Chick.
Yeah, it'll be a big relief when it's all over. And I expect the flush of success will really heighten my report. Anyway, it's been a wee while since I did this, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it, Robert. I think I'll start at Kings Meadows Car Park. That's the main one. I'll let you know how I get on. Bye, Robert.
No, Chick, no, I think you'll find... Chick, hello, Chick? No, he's gone. I think he's in for a surprise. That's Chick Fowl there investigating the public toilets here in the Scottish town of Peebles, if he can find one, that is. We've got no trouble finding our DHRC house band. Do you want to applaud that? I don't know who writes this. We've got no trouble finding our DHRC house band this evening because they're right here in the auditorium of the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre and they're live on stage now. Please give a big hand for Ari Wallace and her friend Susie Snowflake.
Come on, everyone, and play with me.
with Susie Snowflake. Coming up on our Amerrycana Christmas show this evening, more music from our fabulous house band, and Bobby Barr is investigating a case of missing trees. But just now, there's a Scottish Borders Council Roads Department truck heading along the road towards Peebles with council workers Bert and Stan.
Aye, it's not often we find ourselves on this road over to Peebles, Bert.
Right enough, Stan. Peebles is too far west for most of the folk down at Borders Council headquarters. They start to get anxious if we travel past the Nest roundabout.
Like these sailors who thought they'd fallen off the edge of the world, Bert.
That's right, Stan. Peebles is on a whole different map down there at Council HQ. And it dates about from the same time as those sailors.
That explains some of the planning decisions recently, Bert.
That sounds like a line inserted by a scriptwriter, Stan. And not something you'd naturally say.
You're good, right, Bert. So why is all the money getting spent in Hoyk and Galashiels?
I couldn't possibly comment on that, Stan. It's way above our pay grade. Luckily, more intelligent heads than ours have got the council budget firmly under control, so we don't need to worry about that.
That's awfully reassuring, Bert.
Right, now, Stan, have you got the work order handy? Where's our first stop in Peebles?
Let's have a look here. Okay, we're headed for the roundabout at Caledonian Road and Edgerston Road.
Right, I know where that is. We'll have to cross the bridge once we get through all these traffic lights.
Could be a while, Bert. The traffic's been cruising and everything.
That's standard these days, Stan.
Wait a minute, Bert. I think we've brought the wrong truck. The work order says we have to resurface the road, but we're only carrying enough tarmac for a few yards stretch at the most.
I hold your horses there, Stan. This is part of a new genius initiative from the road repairs people and the experts down there at HQ.
New initiative, what is it?
It's called Brief Respite Repairs. BRB for short. Instead of wasting good tarmac repairing a whole stretch of potholed road, we just fix up a short stretch, enough to give the motorist a brief respite from a tyre damage and broken shoulder.
Brief respite repairs, and why is that better, Bert?
Well, Stan, psychologists say a brief respite is enough to convince people that something's been done to fix the road. And it gives them an expectation that the rest is bound to be fixed sometime soon.
And will it?
Of course not. But it means they're less likely to complain about the roads that are still in an unacceptable state. And it saves the council a fortune in road resurfacing.
That's genius, Bert. The roads can stay just as bad, but the folks stop complaining because a short stretch of road is better than the rest.
Aye, you have to hand it to those boffins in the road department, Stan. They know what they're doing.
I bet it's another genius initiative.
Right, here we are at the end of Caledonia Road. Now, we've got to resurface the roundabout and the short stretches of Edison Road and South Parks coming off it. Not too much, mind, just enough to give the motorist a short respite.
The rest of the Caledonian Road is in an awful state. But what about that?
That's not our problem, Stan. People won't notice that once they've got a nice smooth bit to drive on at the roundabout.
Right, I'll get the cones out and you get the tarmac unloaded.
Right, that's the last of the cones loaded back on, Stan. Let's get moving back down to HQ.
That's a nice short strip of tarmac, even if I say so myself, Bert.
The people of Peebles should be grateful, Stan, for this brief respite from their potholed roads.
There's a note at the bottom of this book.
I nearly forgot about that one. It's another genius initiative from the Council Transport Department. They want to make sure we're not wasting council resources by driving empty trucks around. so they've given us a pickup job for the return journey.
So what are we picking up, Bert?
Oh, any old rubbish we see lying at the side of a road, Stan.
That's genius, Bert. A number of times I've driven an empty truck back to headquarters after a job.
Well, no longer, Stan, so keep your eyes peeled for any old rubbish or fly tipping you see at the side of a road.
Will do. But now that you mention it, Bert, I did spot a pile of old junk at the roadside just as we were driving into Peebles, down along the Edinburgh Road, opposite the Eastgate car park.
That's oddly specific, Stan.
Aye, you couldn't miss it, Bert. It looked like someone had dumped a failed school metalwork project in a...
That sounds just like the sort of rubbish they wanted us to retrieve, Stan.
Aye, turn left here at the roundabout, Bert. Over on the right, you see what I mean?
That's definitely some serious fly tipping, Stan. I'm surprised nobody's put a code on it. Anyway, let's throw it in the back of the truck and get it away to the dock. The people of Peebles will be doubly grateful to us now.
Aye, genius.
Scottish Borders Council workers, Bert and Stan there, ladies and gentlemen, fixing the roads and clearing away public eyesores on a rare visit to Peebles. A big hand, please, for Robert Barr and Steve Lee. Breaking royal news now from the Peebleshire News 24-hour headline service. The Andrew, formerly known as Prince, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, is to be considered for a council house in the George Terrace area, following the collapse of his lease at Royal Lodge. The offer is, of course, pending financial checks and character assessments.
Well, what a surprise. I mean, will he have a flag flying outside whenever he's in residence, I wonder? And oddly, we don't even have a Pizza Express in the area. Although there's always the opportunity to join a local shoot. Nothing fancy, just an ordinary shoot. And the golf course can always welcome him back, I suppose.
Oh, yes, indeed. Andrew spoke to the Peebleshire News this morning, stating that getting the references will be no sweat for him.
And there's no sweat for our DHRC house band as they step up to the stage to bring us award-winning Christmas music. Kathy Kennedy is here on our Amerrycana Christmas live broadcast with Please Come Home for Christmas.
Bells will be ringing, this sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friends to wish me greetings once again.
it's Christmas once again. Oh, please come home for Christmas.
Please come home for Christmas there from Kathy Kennedy and the DHRC House Band, live on the Amerrycana Christmas from the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in downtown Peebles. Christmas around the world begins right here, and Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a report from our roving investigative reporter, Chick Fowle. Chick's on the hunt for a toilet, aren't we all at times? So let's check in with him now. He was setting off for the public toilets at Kings Meadows car park when we spoke last. Hey, Chick, are you there?
Well, what a surprise that was! It's all burnt out!
So you couldn't go, huh?
Oh, I still went all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, my back teeth were floating, so I had to go. I went round the back, and I don't think I was the first to do that. But have you seen this place, Robert? There's been a fire.
Yeah.
It's the only public convenience this side of a tweed for 20 miles in either direction, and it doesn't exist anymore. It's a burnt-out shell.
I heard about that.
Wow. I mean, what's a guy to do? I mean, if you're a visitor to the town, where do you go if you want to go?
It is a problem, Chick.
Sure is. You know, I called in at the Lou's on the school brae on the way here,
Uh-huh.
and they were closed too.
Yeah, vandalized, Chick, some years ago, I believe.
Wow. Yeah, there's a helpful map on the door of the Lou's saying where the nearest open Lou's are.
What does it say then?
Kings Meadows car park. Well, well, we know about that one, don't we? It also mentions the Eastgate car park, so I'll head off there next.
Right.
Yeah, this is getting a bit frustrating, Robert. I mean, public conveniences don't seem to be so convenient anymore. Anyway, see you later.
Okay. Good luck, Chick. Chick Fowle there, looking for a public toilet. Increasing emergency. We'll check in with Chick again later in the show.
Detective Bobby Barr has been away on a special assignment this year, so we're revisiting a famous case from 2019 when Bobby was asked to look into the disappearance of some trees from gardens in Peebles. Everything was different then, back in those heady days before COVID, yet at the same time eerily familiar. The March Street Mills had recently closed down. Across the road from Bobby's office was Greg's the Baker's, and Scottish Borders Council was struggling to balance the budget.
High above Peebles High Street, in the attic rooms of the old Features building, are the offices of Bobby Barr, private detective. Missing wives and wayward husbands, corrupt officials and plain old dirty dealings, he's seen it all. If you need someone to follow that cab, rifle through that drawer, climb through the window of that empty apartment and dig up the dirt, call into the offices of Bobby Barr. It's cash in advance, expenses are extra, and don't call on a Wednesday afternoon if you know what's good for you.
It was a cold December afternoon in Peebles. The clock church was chiming at random numbers every half hour. Wind blew snowflakes against the grainy palings of my office windows. I was thinking about heading downstairs and over the road to Greg's for a coffee and a sausage roll. But I still owed them for yesterday's toasted cheese and pickle, and my credit was wearing thin. I needed a new case to replenish my dwindling cash reserves before my landlady decided to send in the bailiffs. I was reading over the death columns in the Peeblesshire News when I heard the sound of high heels coming up the stairs across the landing towards my office. I stubbed out my cigarette and dropped the Peeblesshire News back in the waste bin. Come in! The
a detective?
She was tall, she was blonde, and she was wearing a red silk dress that seemed to go all the way up and all the way back down at the same time. It was so tight, I could read the name on the credit card in her breast pocket. It said, Miss Sylvia Cardale, and it expired in May 2026.
Mr. Barr, I'm Sylvia Cardale.
Yes, I know. I sit down, Miss Cardale.
You know my name already. They said you were good, but
Tricks of the trade, Miss Cardale. Tricks of the trade. Now, what can I do for you? She sat down, lifted her elegant red leather handbag and took out a photograph, which she slid across the desk towards me.
it's my cherry, Mr. Barr.
Your cherry.
That's right, my cherry. I've lost it.
You've lost your...
Yes, it's missing. One day it was there and the next it wasn't. I've had it since I was very young, but I woke up this morning and it was gone.
I see.
There's a photograph of it right here when it was in full bloom.
I picked up the photograph with some trepidation and stared at it for a long time.
It's magnificent, isn't it, Mr. Barr?
It's a tree, Miss Cardale.
A cherry tree, Mr. Barr. A beautiful Japanese flowering cherry tree right in the center of my front lawn. That was it last spring in full bloom, but last Friday it was completely gone. There isn't even a stump.
No stump. I see.
Can you help me, Mr. Barr?
Well, the thing is that trees are not really my area, Miss Cardale. I'm more your missing husbands and petty corruption kind of detective. Have you thought of consulting, say, a landscaping expert or a tree surgeon?
The thing is, Mr. Barr, I lost my job recently when the March Street Mill closed
Sorry.
down. Seeing the tree every day out of my front window has kept my spirits up. I would have dismissed it as some sort of cruel practical joke, except that my mother's ashes have also disappeared.
Your mother's ashes? I'm sorry to hear that. Were they stolen from inside your house?
Of course not. They were in her garden in March Street.
Were they in a container of some sort?
No, they were growing up the garden path. 3 of them.
Up the garden path? Ash trees.
Ash trees, that's what I said. And they disappeared on the very same night as my cherry.
I feel I've been up that garden path myself.
And there's one other thing, Mr. Barr.
Oh yes, something else missing?
Not much gets past you, does it, Mr. Barr? Yes, my neighbor's you.
Me?
No, you. My neighbor's you.
Your neighbour's sheep is missing.
No, the sheep is still there, but his yew tree has disappeared.
I'm beginning to see a pattern here.
I thought you would. That's why I need a detective. I need to know what's happened to all of these trees.
I don't usually deal with missing trees, Miss Cardale, but I'm prepared to branch out.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Barr. Can you start right away?
Yes, I can. It's cash up front and expenses are extra.
Oh, of course.
She slowly lifted the hem of her red silk dress and twisted her fingers into the black silk suspender belt just below her silky thigh. She extracted a tight roll of £20 notes, peeled off half a dozen and pressed them into my hand. They were still warm.
Will this do for the moment, Mr. Barr?
It's more than enough, thanks, Miss Cardale. I'll make some inquiries and see if we can find out what happened to your missing trees.
Oh, thank you. Call me when you have some news, won't you? Here's my card.
And with that, she was gone. I looked out of the window and saw a few dozen of Peebles high school students were queuing outside Greg's. Despite the sub-zero temperatures, most of them were shivering in short sleeves. I headed down the street to visit a lawyer friend of mine. Hamish has his ear to the ground, and if someone was stealing trees from gardens in Peebles, he'd know about it.
I don't know anything about it. Cherry trees and ashes, what are you starting a landscape business now? What's happened to the old Bobby Bar I knew in the old days?
Ah, come on, Hamish, a case is a case, and you have to admit there's something funny going on here, when fully grown trees are disappearing left, right and centre. Now come on, what's the word on the street?
Well, look, I've only heard rumours and whispers, and it could all be coincidence.
There's no such thing, Hamish. Now what's going on?
Well, look, Bobby, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and if anyone asks...
Oh, if anyone asks, I was never here.
That's right. Now, all I know is that it's not just Peebles. 6 spruces in Spalehome vanished last month, and 8 hawthorns in Harriet. And just last week, all the larch in Lorna disappeared. And that's not all. I've heard that just the other day.
Typical Hamish. Once he gave me the whole list of mysterious tree disappearances from all across the borders, holly from Hopkirk, and a maple from Maxton, poplars from Portmore, and oak trees from Oxton, the Simonton sycamores and willows from Wauchope, and all of them vanished overnight with no sign of where they'd gone, and not even a stump left behind.
Not even a stump left behind.
Hamish mentioned one interesting detail. When the birch trees from Bergam went missing, a woman in a nearby cottage happened to look out of the window, just in time to see a truck driving off around the corner, leaving a trail of leaves behind. It was my only lead, so I was in my car heading over to Bergam to see what the woman remembered.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
It was the usual slow journey across the borders, sitting at 35 miles per hour behind a yellow Scottish Borders recycling truck.
In 7 miles, arrive at your destination, Bergam, in the Scottish borders.
Come on, get a move on. Some of us have got places to go. I arrived at the house in Bergam and knocked on the door.
Oh, hello there. You're not another politician, are you?
No, ma'am, definitely not. The name's Bobby Barr.
I don't like those politicians.
Anyway, I was just passing through and I stopped to see the famous Bergam birch trees. Can you tell me where they are?
The birch trees?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, you're too late.
Too late?
Aye, they took them away.
Who took them away and when did this happen?
Well, it was the middle of the night, about 3 weeks ago. I was up in the middle of the night because, well, you know how it is when you get a wee bit older.
I know how it is.
And I heard the noise outside, so I peeped through the curtains to see what it was. Well, the birch trees in the park were all gone, and I could just see the moon in the sky.
Did you see anything else?
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. I saw the back of a truck driving around the corner of the road.
What kind of truck?
Oh, I don't know. It was one of those trucks with a thing on the back like a trailer, and I think it was painted yellow.
Yellow?
Yellow.
You've been very helpful, thanks.
Oh, look, there it is now.
She pointed out towards the road, where a yellow Scottish Borders Council recycling truck was driving slowly past.
It was just like that one.
I watched the truck go by, and I thought about the mysterious disappearance of all the trees from all over the borders in the middle of the night. And suddenly it all made sense. I ran to my car, and as the truck disappeared around a bend in the road, I set off in pursuit.
What will our hero find when he catches up with the yellow truck? Who's been stealing the borders trees, and what really happened to Miss Sylvia Cardale's cherry? Find out the answers to these and many other questions when we rejoin Bobby Barr, Private Eye, later in the show. Robert Barr, Kathy Kennedy, and Steve Lee live on stage.
We're heading towards our commercial break here in the Amerrycana Christmas, but right now, here's the DHRC house band on stage wishing you the merriest this Christmas time.
We wish you the merriest, ah, merriest, yes, the merriest. We wish you the merriest, ah, merriest, your cheer. We wish you the happiest, yes, the happiest. We wish you the happiest. you the merriest, the merriest, the merriest, yes, the merriest. We wish you the merriest, the merriest, the merriest. Good cheer, and we wish you the happiest, the happiest, the happiest, yes, the happiest. We wish you the happiest, the happiest, the happiest New Year.
May your tree be filled with happiness.
Happiness and friendliness for all.
May your heart be filled with cheerfulness.
With happiness and cheerfulness for all. We wish you the happiest, the happiest, the happiest, yes, the happiest. We wish you the merriest, the merriest, the merriest. You'll cheer and the happiest.
And we wish you the merriest live on stage here from our DHRC house band. You're tuned to Channel 4. And coming up next, it's time for Grand Designs. Coming this week from the Scottish town of Peebles. Presented, as always, by Kevin MacLeod.
You know, every decently made object, from a house to a lamppost to a bridge, a spoon or an egg cup, it's not just a piece of stuff, but a physical embodiment of human energy, testimony to the magical ability of our species to take raw materials and turn them into something of value and beauty. The logic of the layout, the clarity of how you and I get around a building and use it well and ergonomically. Well, it all matters. Clarity and order give human beings a good deal of pleasure. Enter Scottish Borders Council. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's no doubt that the new Peebles High School is an impressive building when viewed from the outside. It's innovative, bright and airy, with all the facilities you'd expect in a modern school. A vast improvement on the various crowded porta cabins the students had to endure since the fire back in 2019. And of course, with a large-scale piece of publicly funded infrastructure such as this, you'd expect the local authority to be all fired up and consult far and wide, making sure that the staff, the pupils, parents, sporting bodies and other local communities had the chance to participate in the design of the building, which would rise from the ashes and be central to the town's very being for the next 50 years or so. It seems logical and perhaps common sense that such consultation should be sparked very early on in the development process. Not so with Scottish Borders. Now, don't get me wrong, I admire anybody that follows the road less travelled, but at the same time, earlier consultation could have avoided wasted time, resources, and most importantly, money. In 2023, parent-led objections and staff and community feedback got rid of the open plan layout, asked for a more secure and private toilet facilities, which seems like a no-brainer, and an assembly area which could actually contain all the pupils. Further improvements were made to the sports facility, including a running track that was actually fit for purpose. I mean, if you're only going to do something once, better make sure it's done right. Quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten. And so that brings us neatly on to the budget. Well, of course, that went up. The initial 46 million from pre-consultation 2023 ballooned to 61 million 2 years later. Fingers burnt? Perhaps. But at least Peebles now has its new high school. And the moral of the story? Apart from not letting your old school burn down, of course. Well, surprisingly, the moral seems to be to let your old school burn down. This building wasn't scheduled for replacement for another 10 years. But a fire changed all that. Good night.
Steve Lee putting the cat among the pigeons there with Kevin MacLeod in the brand new, grandly designed Peebles High School. Now, the Downright Homespun radio company has been out and about on Peebles High Street during this busy Christmas shopping season. With one of the best high streets in Britain, Peebles attracts more than its fair share of celebrity shoppers looking for that perfect present to put under the tree. Who's this, for instance? Just coming out of Semichem with a month's supply of toothpaste and dental floss, it's Janet Street Porter.
Coming to Peebles. I always enjoy getting my teeth stuck into the fat Bertard's baguettes. And sometimes one of his naughty apple strudels. After that, I get my hair touched up at Art Formers down the Venlaw Road. They do a brilliant discount for loose women. Then I call in on my good pals at the Peebleshire News. What a great rag that. I'd have loved to have cut my teeth there as a trainee cub reporter. Well, that's enough dental puns and innuendo from me. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Janet Street Porter on the streets of Peebles there. Wow, about that, Christmas time. Now let's sign out from this first half of our Amerrycana Christmas show for 2025 with music from our house band. It's the story of our audience experience here at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre, where you really do meet the nicest people.
You meet the nicest people everywhere around Christmas time.
Happy holiday to
Meet the
you.
nicest people, just like everyone here.
Happy holiday.
Why I can't understand why the very same people who laugh so freely and sing so gaily can be so gloomy the other days of the year. You feel the nicest feeling in the air around Christmas
A
time.
very, very, Merry Christmas to
The
you.
warmest greeting, full of holiday
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
and wouldn't the world be a nice place to live in if everybody would be the
Nicest, warmest, friendliest Christmas Eve.
sort of people every day of the year. And wouldn't the world be a nice place to live in if everybody would be the nicest
Warmest, friendliest Christmas Eve.
sort of people every day of the year. The nicest people everywhere around Christmas time.
Happy holiday to
The
you.
nicest people, just like everyone here.
Happy holiday.
And wouldn't the world be a nice place to live in if everybody would be
The nicest, warmest, friendliest Christmas Eve.
sort of people every day of the year. Every day of the year. Every day of the year.
The DHRC house band taking us up to our interval here on the Amerrycana Christmas. Some of our audience members are already making a dash for the well-stocked bar here at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre. A reminder to them that our ever-popular DHRC branded mugs are for sale in the foyer during the interval, along with the last of our I Live in Peebles hats. Yes, they make a superb Christmas present for loved ones near and far. Make sure you check them out, they're on special offer at the moment. We'll see you in about 20 minutes.
DHRC House Band with Animal Magic, welcoming back our audience and our listeners around the world, tuning in on FM, longwave, digital, interweb, wireless, and our live video feed out there in Central Park, New York this year. It's the Downright Homespun radio company's Amerrycana Christmas, ushering in the Christmas season with music, comedy, and seasonal cheer.
Coming up in this half of the show, Angus and Gordon have been on a health kick. Dr. Clement Gunn is going to the circus, and we talk to a local official about closing down sports, culture and leisure services here in the Scottish borders.
Later in the show, we'll be awarding the newly created DHRC Peace Prize. That's a special award for a needy individual with a fragile ego looking desperately for validation.
There's still time to put in your nominations, and our prestigious DHRC Peace Prize will of course be awarded to the highest bidder.
Now, before all that, the Downright Homespun radio company has been out and about on Peebles High Street during this busy Christmas shopping season. With one of the best high streets in Britain, Peebles attracts more than its fair share of celebrity shoppers, looking for that perfect present to put under the tree. Who's this? Just stepping out from behind a road sign and looking down the road in a concerned but caring manner. You all know who it is. It's David Mundell, ladies and gentlemen.
What a difficult year it's been. But at least it's no longer my lot in charge at Westminster, having to make excuses for all these cock-ups got so tiring. I just love coming to Peebles to get away from it all and have a coffee and a cake in the Eastgate Cafe. I usually tie it in with a photo for the Peebleshire of me looking glum beside a bus stop, or a litter bin, or the men's shed, or a gritting lorry, or a porto cabin somewhere, or a cluster of potholes. It's hard work being a member of Parliament. You don't get many opportunities to smile. Well, cheerio.
David Mundell there, heading into the cafe at the Eastgate Theatre for a pot of tea and a photo op.
Meanwhile, in another part of Peebles, our special correspondent, Chick Fowle, has been on the hunt for an open public toilet. Where do you go when you have to go? So far, he's not been finding it easy. To be honest, it'll be a massive relief when this is all over. Someone had to. You'd think he'd take the opportunity to speak to our local MP while he was here, wouldn't he? Well, let's go over live to Chick now and find out what the latest is. Chick, are you there?
Oh, hi, Robert.
Hi, Chick. Where are you? Did you manage to get to the loo?
Hi, Robert.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, since we spoke, I've been all over town.
All over town?
Sure. First I went to the Eastgate car park. Yeah, there were some messages on social media saying that toilet was open by the Scottish Borders Council since the fire at King's Meadows. But when I got there...
No joy?
No joy.
Oh.
It was all locked up.
Oh.
Nobody's getting in there no matter how desperate they are. It's locked up tighter than a duck's. I mean, it's really locked up. Yeah, it's not even disabled access.
I thought it was supposed to be open.
Well, not when I visited. Maybe it is some days. You can maybe ask the studio audience if they think it's open.
Yeah, I can do that. Has anyone been able to use the toilets in the Eastgate car park here? No, I'm getting a big fat no there, Chick. Right, so 3 toilets so far and not one of them open for you or anyone else by the sound of it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're keeping a tally, Robert.
It's the least I can do.
After that, I headed off to Hay Lodge Park and bingo! Open! The Hay Lodge toilets are open for business. Number 1s, number 2s. Wash your hands, the full works. But it's way on the edge of town, Robert. Not much else you need to go when you're walking down Peebles High Street.
I actually forgot that one existed, Chick.
Yeah, most people do, Robert. It's paid for by the Peebles Common Good Fund, or so I'm told, at a cost of £40 a day.
Ooh.
Yeah, for the number of people that must use it, I think that's far more than just spending a penny.
I see. This must be your first flush of success, Chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad you got that in there, Robin. Yeah. It was a real shock to the system.
Oh, okay. Touche. Where next, chick?
Well, I got a couple of more ideas. I'm on a toilet roll now. But it seems so far if you need to go when visiting Peebles, you could head out on the Glasgow Road, or you could head to the Eastgate if you're a gambling man. But my bladder wouldn't be able to stand the disappointment.
Yeah, well, okay, thanks for that, Chick. Chick Fowler, ladies and gentlemen, trying to wipe clean the slate of toilet confusion. Just keep going the best way we can. So, no such confusion for our house band members here on stage at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre. They're relentlessly positive about this most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most
Wonderful time.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
That's the most wonderful time of the year from our DHRC house band there.
Angus, over here, man. I've saved you a seat. It's really busy in here.
Is it still healthy weekend, Mrs. Tweedies? I thought that was last week.
Ah, no, Mrs. T wasn't convinced. It brought in too many fussy customers demanding to know the air miles connected to the tofu. And if the avocado was rainforest friendly. She's reverted back to the original greasy menu and it's brought back all the old traditional punters by way of celebration.
But what about your high fat and sugar levels and my diagnosis of high blood pressure?
Well, we can still look after that at home, eh?
Why, well, I know, but here, I've been really getting into it at home this week. I've lost 1.5 stones.
In a week?
In a week?
In a week?
Yes. No sweets, no biscuits, no fizzy drinks, no midweek visits to Jim Jack's. Life's a bit less interesting, but you know, I feel a lot better for it, although my trousers are starting to fall down. What about you?
Ah, well, you know, I mean, I've cut down here and there.
And how much weight have you lost?
Oh, just a wee bitty. I mean, no as much as you, that's for sure. A stone and a half, that's amazing.
And I feel brighter in the morning after my cold shower.
Cold shower?
Aye, that's the days I don't take a swim in the Tweed.
A swim in the Tweed? Oh, goodness sakes, man.
And I'm going on nice long walks and I'm finding really appreciating the countryside. Here, what's in that brown bag down there?
A brown bag?
Aye, the one with the greasy stains on the side.
That's just something for the wife.
Let's see what this is a week's supply of Scotch pies from Forsyth's. And what's this? Another bag. It's jammy, sugary donuts. You're not on a diet at all, are you, Gordon?
Well, maybe, no. I mean, I did try, honest. I mean, it's just that it's difficult, you know, especially when you have such good shops on our doorsteps. I mean, I did head along to Nourish and Blossom to get some healthy foods with my own reusable containers, but it's never open.
I see.
And I tried to go to the Fat Batard, but I was always too late. He'd be sold out of his bread, and there's just been 1 or 2 cakes left, so I'd buy them. You know, I'm not sure his whipped cream is all that healthy after all.
I don't think it is.
Oh, you know, I guess we've been pals a long time, and I really enjoy our weekly get-together here at Mrs. Tweedy's. But I've had trouble with this healthy food malarkey. Can we not just continue the way we've always been? I mean, it's great that you've lost some weight, and although I've not been the most devoted healthy diet individual, I have lost a wee bit. And I'm still off the Frosties and hot dogs at home.
You know, Gordon, there is something about a bacon roll. I could maybe manage one with you today. Why change the habits of a lifetime, eh? I can always have my extra muesli at home.
And tea from a manor in Meldon Hills.
Are you joking? £23.50 compared with £3.25? No chance.
That's Steve Lee and Robert Barr, as Angus and Gordon completely failing to maintain their commitment to health and fitness, and opting instead for the delicious traditional fare at the Tweedy Tea Room down there off the High Street and overlooking Tweed Green. Healthy foods are all very well, but there's only so much fibre and foliage your body can take before it starts to crave a good solid meat pasty or a macaroni pie in a roll, deep fried of course. When you yearn for grease and gristle, head over to the Tweedy Tea Room for a good Scottish lunch, alongside a pot of builder's tea with the colour of treacle and the consistency of onion gravy. The Tweedy Tea Room, open from dawn till dusk, 7 days a week, except Wednesday afternoons and alternate Sundays. Please note, the toilets are for paying customers. A small surcharge is payable where a second flush is necessary. For blockages, please use the plunger located behind the pillars in the alleyway. And you can use this for the toilet as well. It's time for a double bill of music now here on the Amerrycana Christmas as we welcome back on stage our favourite rap star, Storyfoot Steve. Steve's been on tour in the Far East and Australia, bringing the cool of small-town Scotland to the big international stadiums, but he's always willing to return to his roots here in Peebles. Give him a big hand, please, with Peebles Paradise.
Without any fear. really need the loo. Ain't no toilets open, so what am I to do? That tree sure inviting, I really need to go. Eastgate is veneers, I can make it to Tesco. The parking's getting crazy, park anywhere. Double park outside the chip shop, I don't care. It really doesn't matter, cause the wardens never visit. Ain't no law, it really takes a biscuit, so I'm gonna get the bike out. We're living in a mecca. Cycle trails are plenty, so get up off the sofa. Cycle up to Edmonton or across the Walker Burn. The Kathy is awaiting, it's cycling on.
Peebles are home, I love it here. Peebles rest, now that is clear.
Yeah.
Big standing old lives, living in a people's paradise. But it ain't no surprise, living in a people's paradise. I knew Brits would be nice, living in a people's paradise. No need to apologize, living in a people's paradise.
The traffic lights are glowing, we got another set. Room for any more? I don't know, but you bet. If the council let the way, then we'll have plenty. Cars ain't moving no way, cause the payments up to 20. But Eastgate's doing better, it's really good to see. There's music, film, and drama to satisfy me. But join up the membership and see this place thrive. It's the thing to do, if culture can survive.
Peebles are home, I love it here.
I live in Peebles.
Peebles rest, now that is clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Big spending most our lives, living in a people's paradise. We have to recognize the winds and close to paradise. Cannot be more precise, living in a people's paradise. Ain't no self-sacrifice, living in a people's paradise.
As I walk down Peebles High Street, it all becomes clear. As I walk down Peebles High Street, it all becomes clear. As I walk down Peebles High Street.
Story of good Steve, ladies and gentlemen. Peebles Paradise. Just wrecking the place of these. Let's change the musical gears now and welcome Cleo Benz on stage with the DHRC house band. She's going to ring those Christmas bells.
Some folks like to hear a Christmas song, but I like Christmas bells that don't ding dong. Jingle jangle tingling, I just bing bong. I love to hear them ring, oh ring those Christmas bells.
High above Peebles High Street, in the attic rooms of the old Beaches building, are the offices of Bobby Barr, private detective. If you need someone to follow that cab, climb through the window of that empty apartment and dig up the dirt, call into the offices of Bobby Barr. It's cash in advance and expenses are extra. Don't call on a Wednesday afternoon if you know it's good for you.
I was investigating mysterious disappearance of trees from public spaces and front gardens. The Sylvia Cardinal's cherry tree in Peebles was removed without trace in the middle of the night, and this pattern seemed to be repeated all across the borders. In the village of Bergen, a local woman spotted a yellow truck leaving the scene at 3 in the morning, and I was currently in pursuit of a similar truck as it wound its way along some unmarked B roads towards a huge set of metal gates in the middle of nowhere. The yellow truck pulled up at the gates and the driver spoke to the intercom for a moment. Then the gates slowly swung open. I stayed back and then drove through the gap before it could finish closing. I followed down a long driveway and into the courtyard and a huge facility completely hidden from the road and not registered on my sat-nav.
You are currently parked in a field. Proceed to the route.
An enormous pile of freshly cut trees was stacked on one side, and 3 forklift trucks were carrying the trees across the courtyard to a giant hopper and tipping them in. From inside the building I could hear the sound of wood being turned into sawdust.
Excuse me, what are you doing here? You're not authorised to be here.
A man in a Scottish Borders Council body warmer was running towards me. I had seen him before, possibly pictured in the local Peebleshire news. Then I realised who he was.
How did you get in here? I'm calling the police about this.
I don't think you will, Mr. Jardine. I don't think you'll be wanting to draw attention to this facility, seeing as it doesn't appear on any maps.
How do you know who I am? And who are you?
I'm Bobby Barr, Mr. Jardine, private investigator from Peebles. And I recognise you from the front pages of the Peebleshire News.
Well, you shouldn't be here. This is a high security facility and you need to leave now.
What are you doing with all these trees you have taken from around the borders?
What trees? There are no trees here.
There's a pile of fresh cut trees over 2 stories high right behind you.
Oh no, there isn't.
Oh yes, there is.
Oh no, there... Anyway, besides, who said those trees were removed from public spaces in the middle of the night by council workers and brought here secretly in specially adapted recycling trucks?
No one, until you said it just now.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh yes, you... Listen, Mr. Jardine, I want to know what Scottish Borders Council is doing with all these stolen trees. Is that a wood chipping machine I can hear in that building over there?
Well, look, Bobby Barr, you've got no business poking your nose into this. Who are you to question the Scottish Borders Council?
Perhaps you prefer to answer to the newspapers. I'm sure the Peebleshire News would like to hear all about this wood chipping facility.
Oh no, not the Peebleshire News. All right. I'll tell you what we're doing here, and then maybe you'll understand that we've got no choice about it. Come over to the office.
We entered a large office where grids and charts lined the walls, and the 3D transport map of the Scottish Borders was laid out on a central table, showing the locations of trees and parks, woodlands and private gardens. A team of men and women were moving small yellow trucks around the map with long wooden sticks. A set of clocks in the wall showed different times of the night when the trucks were to remove trees and bring them to the wood chipping facility.
You have to understand, Mr. Barr, that children don't learn in their cold.
I'm not following you.
Do you know how many schools there are in the Scottish Borders?
I know, but what's that got to do with this?
73. There are 73 schools in the Scottish Borders, Mr. Barr, and that's a lot of heating.
Heating? Wait, you're heating schools with stolen trees?
Not stolen, Mr. Barr.
Come on.
Repurposed. We're installing wood chip boilers in all our schools, but have you seen the price of wood chips?
So, you decided to make your own?
The Borders is full of trees. They're everywhere, and we spend millions clearing up the leaves. This way we reduce the cost of clearing the leaves, cover the cost of heating our school at the same time.
But you're stripping all the public spaces of trees.
We don't have any choice. Since we spent all our reserves on golden handshakes for retiring council executives, we've got no resources left to pay for school heating.
And besides, by clearing the trees, we're making more land available for housing.
Housing? This just gets worse. Haven't you looked at the alternatives?
If you could think of an alternative, Mr. Barr, I'd be happy to consider it.
As I drove away from the secret council wood chipping facility, my mind was spinning. I felt a duty to expose what I'd found to the world. But how would that solve the problems of finding the cash to run the council services? How could Mr. Jardine hate the schools without chopping down all the trees in the borders? As I arrived back in Peebles, I saw high school kids queuing once again outside Greg's, huddling together in their shirt sleeves, thin back trousers and skirts. Suddenly, I had an idea.
Jardine.
Mr. Jardine, Bobby Barr here. I've thought of a way to solve your school heating problem without cutting any more trees down. It involves reopening the March Street mills in Peebles. Have you got a few minutes?
Keep talking, Mr. Barr.
It was a chilly December morning, a couple of weeks later, when I put in a call to Miss Sylvia Cardale.
Hello, Sylvia Cardale speaking.
Miss Cardale, Bobby Barr here. It's about the case of your missing cherry tree. I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, Mr. Barr, how good of you to call. What's happened? Have you found it?
I'm afraid not, Miss Cardale. It was destroyed before I found out where it was.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What's the good news?
No one else will have to go through what you've been through, Miss Cardale. The tree thefts have stopped.
Well, that is good news, Mr. Barr. How did you manage it?
It's a long story, Miss Cardale. Perhaps you'd be interested in meeting me for dinner and hearing all about it.
Oh, I'm about to go off to work, Mr. Barr. I've unexpectedly been offered my old job back at the March Street Mills. They've reopened the place, making woolen jumpers and coats for school children. And they've taken me back as one of their international buyers. I'll be traveling away from Peebles a lot of the time from now on.
I see.
Well, drop me an email sometime and let me know how you solved the case, won't you?
An email.
Goodbye now, Mr. Barr.
Goodbye, Miss Cardale, and congratulations on getting your job back. I put the phone down and looked out of the window. The Peebles High School kids were queuing outside Greg's and Baker's, cosy in their new council-supplied woolen jumpers, made by the council-run March Street Mills. The mill was up to full production again, employing 86 local people and making warm jumpers, woolen trousers and heavy coats for children across the borders to wear in their unheated classrooms. A light sleet was falling, and I wondered if I'd make it across the road for a coffee and a sausage roll without getting drenched. I knew I'd have to join the queue, but I thought, what the hell?
Brought to you courtesy of March Street Overcoats and the I Bean Coffee Company. Join us again next time for another thrilling adventure from our favourite private eye. Steve Lee, Kathy Kennedy, and our very own Sir Robert Barr of Manor.
It's time to light up those Christmas candles now here on the DHRC's 2025 Amerrycana Christmas. It's the DHRC House Band, live on stage.
I see Christmas candles on a Christmas tree, and they light a lovely Yuletide reverie.
DHRC house band lighting up our stage with Christmas candles here at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in downtown Peebles.
Next up here on the DHRC, the first of our in-depth interviews with leading local individuals and officials. Brought to you in conjunction with the Peebles News podcast, The Rest is Mundell.
And good evening. We're lucky enough to have with us tonight George Parr from Scottish Borders Council.
Yes, if I could just correct you there, I don't work for Scottish Borders Council. It's a sort of spin-off.
A spin-off, I see. So who do you work? Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to have your business card here. Oh, yes, it's Live Borders.
Live Borders, yes, that's right.
Live Borders.
No, Live Borders.
Live Borders, not Live Borders. And what facilities do you provide for the good peoples of the Scottish Borders with Live Borders?
Live Borders. Yeah. All the usual things that a local authority provides, sports and leisure.
Just sports and leisure?
Oh, good Lord, no. Museums, art galleries, cinemas in some cases, town halls, community centres, country parks. I could go on.
I see. So all the things that Scottish Borders Council used to provide?
Yes, but they don't provide them anymore. We do that.
Live Borders?
Live Borders.
But surely sport and leisure facilities, museums, art galleries, cinemas, town halls, community centres, country parks are the sort of things that local authority provides?
Not in the Scottish Borders. No, we were finding that it was costing far too much, and so we found another financial model.
Another financial model?
Yes, it's a pretty clever wheeze, really. Saves lots of money, but keeps things just the same. All those facilities are now run by us.
Live Borders?
Live Borders. Yes, it's as a charity, like Eton School and other good causes.
A charity, I see. And has it worked?
What do you mean, worked?
Well, are things running smoothly? Has the cost of running these facilities gone down in real terms? Are your customers satisfied?
Oh, I see. Well, generally speaking, taking a broad brush approach, looking at all the variables and making a value judgment, I would have to say, no.
So what's gone wrong?
The usual things, Brexit, COVID, fires.
Fires?
Yes, a spate of them in Peebles.
I see.
Oh yeah, terrible business, yeah. And the costs just keep going up, and up.
I see.
And up.
And how do you propose to deal with these problems?
Well, after wide consultation within the office and a discussion over coffee break with a few of the chaps, we've decided to close down the facilities. It's the only option.
But that's the reason you exist, to run sport and leisure facilities, museums, art galleries, cinemas, town halls, community centres and country parks.
Well, on the one hand, that's true, but on the other, these places are very expensive to run, you see. It's much cheaper if it just weren't there at all.
But don't you think that sport and culture are important for the well-being of the good folk of the Scottish Borders? Your own leader of the council has said that barriers should be removed to give more access to facilities, not less.
Yes, but not in Peebles.
Not in Peebles?
Yes, it's barely in the Scottish Borders anyway, is it? I always forget. I was in this job for 6 months before I realised it wasn't in Midlothian. Don't tell you and Johnny.
No, of course not. No, they'll go no further. So what's going to happen now?
Well, we'll close some places down, make the books balance, and carry on.
Some?
Well, most, But it has to be done.
And will this make the books balance?
Well, we hope so, God willing. Probably not in reality. We'll need another bailout from the Scottish Borders Council sooner or later.
Have bailouts happened before?
Oh, good Lord, yes. Frequently, thank goodness.
So, would you say that the new financial model, the Live Borders charity, has been a success?
Live Borders. Yeah. Well, I've done quite nicely out of it.
Oh, really? In what way?
Yes, well, I get a regular annual bonus, usually just before Christmas.
Okay. And so, is that it?
Well, yes. This time, I really think it is.
I see. George Parr from Live Borders.
Live Borders.
Coming up later here on the Amerrycana Christmas, Chick Fowler is looking for a toilet.
Clement Gunn is looking for the circus.
And there could be another visitor to the town looking for that special present.
But before all that, it's Miller's time.
Oh yes, it's Miller's time. Time for antiseptic soap,
Parasitic rinse.
tick cream,
Worming gloves.
lubrication,
Embrocation.
fabrication,
Evacuation.
nail clippers,
Furry slippers.
diving clippers,
Frozen kippers.
fencing nippers,
Spud clip chippers.
feathers,
Bavers.
stickers,
Snickers.
knickers,
Snackers.
knockers,
Rockers.
rackets,
Packets.
pickets,
Pockets.
sockets,
Sockets.
lockets,
Rockets.
military drones,
Mobile phones.
traffic cones,
Traffic lights.
ramps,
Clamps.
stamps,
Electric lamps.
septic tanks,
Gorillas.
glue,
Arrows.
gorilla glue for fletching your arrows,
Seriously.
apparently,
Berries.
suppositories,
Soluble fibre.
bags of wood,
Bags of stones.
and terracotta figurines.
Has to be Miller's.
Yes, it has to be Miller's. Head over Tweed Bridge, wait on Caledonian Road until there's a gap in the traffic, then over the roundabout, up the hill and turn left. When you can't find it, round the back at Scott's, and it's a bit awkward to ask at the chemist, get along to Miller's for everything you're looking for and quite a bit that you weren't. Miller's of Peebles and other places as well.
Patsy Gamble is next live on stage here at the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre in downtown Peebles with the DHRC House Band, bringing you more magnificent music this Christmas time. Please welcome him on stage with K. Sarah Sarah.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. When I was just a child at school, I asked my teacher, what should I try? Should I paint pictures? Should I sing songs? This was her wise reply. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart, what lies ahead? Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Hello, and welcome along to another ample portion of Dr. Gunn's Casebook.
Can I have another slice of black pudding, please?
Ah, yes, I'll just be a minute.
Any chance of some more toast over here, please?
Yes, of course, I'll just be a moment. Ah, there you are. Now, my name's Dr. Clement Gunn, general practitioner. These days I'm running the Lynn Doors bed and breakfast up at the Old Town. But I used to be a busy modern doctor in the parish of Peebles around the turn of the 19th and into the 20th century. Now, I want to tell you about some of the events that took place here in Peebles when I was about the peak of my career. The year was 1889, and the good folk of Peebles were all rudely awakened one January morning by a massive earthquake. Oh aye, it fair made the lampshades rattle in the sitting room, I can tell you. It was reported in the Scotsman, but I think the Peebles should have missed it. But the main event in Peebles later that summer was the arrival of Woodstock's menagerie. They were all sorts of animals and other circus acts, and they set up their tents on Tweed Green. It was quite a collection. What with all the animal noises and the campfires scattered around the place, it was something to behold. What a sight it was. Peebles had never seen or heard anything like it, and probably never will again. There were lions and tigers. Elephants. Horses all dressed up to the nines. Zebras with their many stripes. Fair enough. Chimpanzees. Kangaroos.
Fine.
Parrots. Sheep. Cows. Chickens. And knife throwers. Ow! They were here for a week, and just about the whole town attended on one night or another. One evening after the show, I was called out to the lion tamer's wife, who was going through a terrible, painful labour. These travelling folk tend to... I'll carry on. These travelling folk tend to rely on their own ways to deal with medical emergencies and hardly ever call upon the services of a traditional general practitioner like me. I knew as soon as I got the call that this was not going to be straightforward. As I made my way towards the tents, I was surrounded by exotic animal noises. I was there for a couple of hours. It was touch and go at times, but as I left the tent in the early hours of the morning, the lion tamer's wife was holding a screaming baby boy in rude health. After my breakfast that morning, I went down to see how mother and child were faring, but they'd gone. Flit in the middle of the night. Not a tent, not a campfire, not a cart or an animal to be seen. You'd never know that they'd be there at all. They'd disappeared into the night to bring delight and pleasure to the next town. Hooray! I was without a fee, of course, but that was often the way. But I think I got the lion's share of the deal in the long run. You see, every year thereafter, whenever Woodstock's menagerie was in town or nearby, I received 2 tickets to attend their show. Always best front row seats, and the lion tamer would always come to greet us. Their shows were always a roaring success, and in the main, the wife and I managed to get along to most of them. Later on, the children took great pride in being at the show, and if you want to know more about the complications of the labour, that's confidential. It's none of your business.
Can I get that slice of black pudding now,
And
please?
some more toast over here, please.
Yes, just a moment. Good night, everyone.
That's Steve Lee, Robert Barr, and various others with Dr. Gunn's casebook. Our stories about Dr. Gunn are all taken from Clement Gunn's book, Leaves from the Life of a Country Doctor, which was published in 1935 and republished in 2002. It chronicles the life of the only doctor in the town of Peebles in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It's a remarkable book, very readable, and it's usually available secondhand at Whitty's booksellers here in Peebles. It really is. No, it's just is. Well, from the circus on Tweed Green to the sideshow that is our special correspondent, Chick Farrell, and his search for a working public toilet in Peebles. Chick was finally successful in finding a place to go in Peebles when we last spoke to him, even if he is the only person in town to know about it. At least the word is out there now, so I wonder where he is now. Chick, where are you?
Walkerburn.
Walkerburn?
Yeah, I'm on the 62 bus and we're just entering Walkerburn, Robin.
Walkerburn? I thought you were supposed to be checking out the loos in Peebles, Chick. Walkerburn doesn't seem too convenient if you're in Peebles.
I saw what you did there, Robin.
I like that one.
No, I just thought I'd go to the only reliable toilet for miles around. Yeah, but before that, after we spoke last, Robert, I headed off to Tesco's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they have nice loos for customers once you've dodged the big issue vendor.
Right.
Yeah, and they do stay open until 10 p.m., which is great, of course.
Yeah, and you get your shopping done as well, Chick.
Yeah, and then there's the Eastgate Theatre toilet as well.
Uh-huh.
Access there tends to close around 6 p.m. unless you're going to a show. But they don't seem to mind folks passing through. You can even get a cake and a coffee whilst there.
Oh.
In the cafe, I mean.
Oh, I see.
Under the toilet.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, sure. But do you know, those are private conveniences, Robert. They're not public
Oh,
conveniences.
that's Scottish Borders Council for you, Chick.
Yeah, I'm finding this a little draining.
Oh.
So I'm off to the most reliable public convenience for miles around. It's open 24/7. It's not made of wood, so you can't set it on fire. No doors to lock, so it can't be closed up. It can't be vandalized. There is the restriction, but it's only good for 50% of the population, i.e. males. You know where I'm heading?
I think I'm going to ask the studio audience here, Chick. Does anyone know where Chick's headed?
Yes. Peace-fire.
Tweet.
Chick, some of our audience think you're headed for the Tweed.
No,
But I
heard that
I heard
earlier.
a small voice in the background that said, Pissoir.
Yeah, that's right, Robin. I'm heading for the Pissoir at Walkerburn. Those Victorians had it right. Of course, it's some distance from Peebles, but at least it's always open, and it's a piece of local history. Put that in your guidebook.
Well, you can't argue with that, Chick, unless you're a woman.
Yeah, yeah, right. Oh, man.
What's the matter, Chick?
I just missed my stop whilst I was chatting to you.
Oh.
Yeah, the bus has just left Walkerburn. It's really dark, so I don't fancy getting off in the countryside. But jeez. And I really need to go, Robert.
Uh-huh.
Do you know if there are any conveniences opening in Galashiels?
No, I don't, Chick. Look, what about Tesco's? Hello, Chick? Oh, no, he's gone. It's Chick Fowl there, getting to the bottom of his survey of public toilets in the Peebles area. Whew. If you think we've missed any Peebles public toilets, please let us know. Meanwhile, let's move on to more refined matters here with our DHRC house band and more of their award-winning Christmas music. Here they are with a Merry Christmas Polka.
Now every heart must
from our DHRC house band, bringing to a close our 2025 Amerrycana Christmas show. Yes, on stage since 1896, the DHRC has clocked up its 130th show this year. And our house band shows no sign of aging in all that time. Please give a hand, please, a big hand for our band members. Molly Davis on the saxophone. Andrew Sharp on the trombone. Lauren Rollball on the piano.
Our band leader Henry Taylor down here on the bass. Alan Sparky Graham over here on the drums behind the curtain. Alistair Ray playing the guitar. And on the accordion, Alan Hunter.
Yes, well, on the microphones this evening, our star-studded DHRC lineup. We got Harry Wallace. Theo Williams. Patsy Gettle. Henry White. And Patty Stewart.
Our script every year is written by Steve Lee and Douglas Roberts, and performing it on stage with the band this evening was our Royal Company of Radio Actors, the voice talents of Kathy Stewart Kennedy and Lauren Goldthorpe. The inimitable Robert Barr. And the many, many voices of Steve Lee.
Together in the corner there was Douglas Roberts. Our stage manager and videographer is Anthony Newton at the back there. And our sound effects man this evening was the ever-reliable Alan Taylor. Thanks, Alan.
And our thanks to our sound and lighting engineer tonight, Andrew Muir, as well. Thank you.
Thanks go out to the Northern Theatre rehearsal space and the staff and the board of the Grand Old Eastgate Theatre for giving us a home to come to every year since 1896. Now, all the proceeds from our Amerrycana Christmas shows go to the DHRC Creative Fund. The fund offers grants to young people aged 8 to 25 in the Peebles, Tweeddale area to pursue their artistic dreams. To date, we've given over £16,000 to young individuals for dance and music lessons, recording sessions, camera, video and sound equipment, comedy and drama courses, transport to international conferences, art materials and design software.
Our grants are given out by an organising committee once a year in May and are exclusively for young individuals looking to further their artistic activities. By buying tickets to our shows, you not only ensure yourself a great evening's entertainment, but you're supporting our local theatre and you're supporting our local young people to be as creative as they want to be.
On stage to play us out this evening, please welcome back our house band. We need a little Christmas.
Once I got you
The Downright Homespun Radio Company has been out and about on Peebles High Street during this busy Christmas shopping season. One of the best high streets in Britain, Peebles attracts more than its fair share of celebrity shoppers, and you know who's coming. Looking for that perfect present to put under the tree. Who's this, ladies and gentlemen? Coming out of the reuse hub down at the school bray, wearing a shiny gold medallion made out of an old jam jar lid. Why, it's only Donald Trump!
I love Peebles, people love the Peebles, people, I just love Peebles. And I love the school bray as well. It's where the First Lady gets all of her furniture from a reuse hub. But I hear the toilets are closed. And that's bad. That's very, very bad. It's so bad, I really think it's sad. It's very, very bad. But I could change that. I could change that. Just like I've changed the vanilla slice scenario situation in Peebles. Oh yeah! It's now possible to buy a vanilla slice on a Tuesday. You don't have to wait until Thursday for a slice. No, you can get it from Fat Batard on a Tuesday, and that's down to me. I did that. Oh yeah. Na, 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 na. And because of that, FIFA have awarded me their inaugural award for confectionery. Yeah. Good night, losers.
Your kiss to me is worth a fortune.